Daytona Beach and just, Laurel, in the 18 minutes since you last showed us this. Well, this is also pointing out to sea where you see the clouds and the rain. We are seeing a lot of that all week long, and we'll be seeing that, but you're also tracking an update from the National Hurricane Center.
Yes, so we have a lot of things to cover, so let's just get right to it. Let's start off with the tropics. The latest from the National Hurricane Center dropping at 5 p.m. So just a couple of minutes ago, we officially have potential Tropical Cyclone 6. So what this ultimately means is that this has the potential of becoming a tropical storm within the next 48 hours. And this is a very high percentage. Currently, this is holding winds at 50 miles per hour, and it's going to be making its way towards the northwest at 5 miles per hour. So as of right now, this is set to hold this status for at least a little while. With this, as we take a look at about Tuesday, as it slowly follows up the Mexican coastline and slowly starts to make its way across the southern Texan coastline. So making its way up towards Corpus Christi. So with this, it's going to continue to follow up the Texas coastline, possibly reaching Category 1 strength as it makes its way by Houston, and then eventually making landfall, especially along the Louisiana coastline, before making its way a little bit further inland and then dying out. So that's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. This track just dropping at 5 p.m. Currently, this system holding 50-mile-per-hour winds, and I think this is going to continue to get organized because right now what we're seeing is two waves actually becoming into one to form this cyclone of what we're seeing at the moment. So with this could possibly get the name Francine coming up, and we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this because not only are we keeping an eye on this wave, but we're also keeping an eye on two other waves in the central Atlantic. This one having a 70% chance of developing within the next 7 days, and that is this wave right here. And then the one slowly behind, which is just making its way off the coast of Africa right now, having no shot of forming into anything within the next 48 hours. However, holding a 50% chance of developing into a tropical system within the next 7 days. So tropics really firing up, which is fitting because as we do take a look at Tuesday, that is the peak of hurricane season, folks. So make sure you are staying prepared. Even though it does not look like that storm in the Gulf going to be impacting Florida, best to just make sure you are definitely staying prepared for this season. Taking a look, storm tracker radar right now, we saw those gray clouds just off the coast of Daytona. A little bit of a closer look, we can see a lot of that rain continuing to make its way up towards St. Augustine, but we're also seeing a thunderstorm really starting to develop right here just to the southwest of Titusville, and it does look like there is a special weather statement. So let me click on that real quick. With that, this is a special weather statement, which is just to make sure that you are staying weather aware for the next couple of minutes until 6 p.m. So if you are in this zone right here, Titusville down to Bithlow and just to the south of 528, make sure you are just staying weather aware because we're seeing a lot of lightning developing with that storm. Also seeing a boundary really starting to develop as well, which could spark off some thunderstorms, especially a little bit closer to Kissimmee through the rest of the evening. But speaking of which, for the rest of the evening, we are going to continue to see those storm chances. Temperatures slowly going to start to cool down into the low 80s and upper 70s, but that humidity making things feeling very warm out there. So it's going to continue to feel like the low 80s for the rest of the overnight tonight. Luckily, all those storms really going to taper off by the time you're headed out the door tomorrow. So for that bus stop forecast, keeping those partly cloudy skies, but it is going to stay humid. So we are going to be seeing those temperatures throughout the upper 70s, but with the humidity, it's going to be feeling like the low 80s. So very warm. And of course, it's the rainy season here in Florida. Going to be expecting those scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing as we head into a little bit later on tomorrow afternoon. Seeing those storms very similar to today, that rinse and repeat forecast. As we take a look at about 2 p.m., we're going to see those storms really stay strong and also stay pretty widespread as we head into about 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow night before finally starting to taper off. So here's your forecast. The rest of those storms for the rest of the evening slowly starting to taper off. But as we said, we are keeping an eye on that tropical system, so that may push a couple of showers inland as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight. Now, as we do take a look a little bit later on Monday, those storms becoming a lot more scattered through tomorrow morning. But then as we head through tomorrow afternoon, those storms really starting to bubble up and the rinse and repeat process continues. Widespread storms through tomorrow afternoon, slowly starting to fizzle out Monday between 8 and 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So that's ultimately what's in store for the start of your work week. And if you like that, guess what? That's going to be the forecast for the next 7 days. Very rinse and repeat heat. Emphasis on the rinse for sure, because we're going to be keeping those rain chances somewhere between 60% and 70% chances of rain every afternoon for the week ahead.